Yes, YouTube, welcome to a day in the life. We're going to cover everything from nutrition to routine, schedule, and just generally what I do. So today is a Saturday, so it's check-in day. It's 4:15 and I've drove to EPI in Jungle, which is the gym that I train at, to use the posing room for my check-in photos to send over to my coach. I've kept this consistent all the way through with the same lighting, with the same all variables of the check-in photos, so we make sure we can compare them effectively. We've had a massive drop this morning of around two kilos, so, and I've felt every gram of it, trust me, every single gram of it. But like I say, now we're going to get out of the car, get into EP, get the check-in photos done, and then what I'm actually going to do is drive back home, walk over to Pure Gym and do my cardio. Now I used to do my cardio here, but the round trip of walking from my house to Pure Gym is 6,000 steps, so it allows me to free up some time later on in the day to be horizontal, because energy does really start to drop off, and it just makes me a little bit more efficient during the day, getting my steps in, or a large portion of my steps in early. So let's get some posing done, again for practice but also for the check-in, and then obviously move on to the rest of the day. Getting big. Yes, YouTube, welcome to the kitchen where dreams are made. So
Just a quick update, obviously while I'm cooking meal one. First of all, meals are moved around just a little bit today due to the fact I'm training earlier. I've got a lot of client check-ins, quite a busy day as well. So I like to get my training early so I can come back and make sure I'm getting back to all my clients. But a bit of an update from me. Massive drop this morning down to 88.3. I think it was 90.1 last check-in, so it's a pretty decent drop. And I've had a response from my coach, from Bossman, and basically it's a refeed day. So this, or refeed meal, should I say, this day in the life has turned into an epic refeed, and it's called Epic Nando's refeed, because that's what we tend to go for. Nando's, pancakes, Biscoff pancakes, and ice cream. And it's just been very consistent all the way through. It sits very well in my digestion. And every time we do it, we have a big drop afterwards. So it's something that's worked consistently throughout the process. Now, we'll take you through there. I'll take you obviously when we go to get the refeed as well. But right now we're cooking meal one, and I'll show you what I'm going to have in meal one, and then we'll go from there with a day in life as well. So this is meal one going in. We've got 185 grams of chicken, 100 grams of mixed veg or stir-fried veg, also 100 grams of cream of rice, which I'm going to add 100 grams of berries to as well. Now, this is meal one. It's not my usual meal one, but like I say, schedules changes today due to the fact I've got a lot of check-ins to get through. So I like to train early so we can get back to my clients as quickly as possible. So this is meal one going in. One more thing with cream of rice, just to make the perfect consistency. One, you need trained by JP because that's the best consistency I've found. Two, you need 4 times the amount of water to the amount of cream of rice you're using. So 400 grams of water, if you're using 100 grams of cream of rice, that'll get you the perfect consistency. So meal one completed. Got my baby spoon or teaspoon there for the cream of rice. So one thing I wanted to update you on as well is decided to jump into an earlier show due to the fact that everything's going so quickly and the body fat's falling off, composition's getting better week on week. So I decided to jump into an earlier show as like a taster show or a warm-up show, just to get a little bit of stage time, to get a little bit of confidence on stage, because you can do all the posing you want in the rooms or in the posing room, but once it comes to stage time, you're in front of people, those nerves start to kick in a little bit. So I won't be 100% for this show, but I'll still be in very, very good condition. And what's fun about it as well is one of my clients is competing in the same show, in Bikini Masters and Athletic. It's a UK UP show. And Gemma, she's one of my first ever PT clients, so it's going to be absolutely fantastic to share that day with her and that experience with her. And I think it's just something really, really cool to do. So yeah, jump in early, show in 4 weeks' time. The two big ones are 4 weeks after, and 2 weeks after that, the FitX and the PCA. But we're going to jump in a UK UP show in 4 weeks' time and see how we do. Back in EPI and jungle for what the cool kids are called posterior, hamstrings and back. You're going to see some big RDLs today. It's a pretty fun session, to be fair. It's one of the most enjoyable ones. Back days and anything with RDLs and it's fun for me. So how do I approach that sort of session? How do I approach any session? I can't walk straight into a gym and start training. I need to pre-game. I call this the pre-game. So I'll sit here with my pre-workout, I'll sit here with my logbook. And what I will do is look at the numbers. I'll get myself in the right mindset, ready to train hard. And I do believe that this is where a lot of people go wrong. They don't get themselves in the right mindset before they train. And that's why the first couple of exercises are throwaway exercises, or the whole workout is just at a lower level of intensity. It just isn't a great session because they're not in the right mind frame to train. They come from a stressful situation outside. They're tired, they're stressed, whatever it may be. When I get into the gym and I start drinking my pre-workout and I start writing my logbook out, all I'm thinking about is training. My phone goes on silent. It's the only time, that hour and a half, 2 hours, that I don't message clients back, that I don't message family back, I don't message anyone back. and it just gives me the headspace that I need to train hard, to get the most out of the session, to get everything that I need out of the session. So for me, this pre-game is massively important. So like I say, sit back, enjoy, and get ready for some big RDLs and some massive back exercises.
So we are eating on the fly today because we're actually picking up a new car, so I've had to come straight here from training. We've got 250 grams of rice, 185 grams of chicken, salad and kimchi. There should be banana in there, but I actually run out, so I swapped out for pineapple. But this is meal 2. A bit late today, going on the road.
Okay, YouTube, we are finally back home after a pretty hectic day. Check-ins in the morning, cardio, steps all done in the morning, train, sorted out the car, more check-ins, back again, and then obviously on to now meal 3. So we are running a little bit behind, but it's not to worry. We still get all those meals in for stay awake a little bit later. I have to stay awake a little bit later. So meal 3 is my normal meal 1, due to the fact I had to train earlier. I just keep the training meals around that window the same and then bump everything else around if necessary, like it was today. So listen to my normal breakfast. Still love this meal, to be fair, though. So it's 350 grams of egg whites, 2 eggs, 2 whole eggs, 80 grams of oats, mixed berries, a bit of stevia and some cinnamon just to make it taste all right. And this is meal 3. So I wanted to go over as well a little bit of the session in terms of the workout. It definitely was a ropey one. It definitely was right, we've got to grit your teeth and get through this because the RDLs took it out of me completely today. Definitely feeling that fatigue starting to build up just a little bit. But this is what prep is, and you've got to understand that not every training session is going to be perfect. Not every training session is going to be hitting PBs or even holding weight. Your goal is to try and do that, and your goal is to try and do that with every ounce of your being. But sometimes it just isn't the case. So it's probably good that we're having a little bit of a rest up tonight, having a refeed, ready to dig again for another sort of 3 to 4 weeks before the show. It definitely will help, but I can't wait to take you to Nando's and take you and get some Biscoff pancakes as well. So that's gonna be a nice little treat for me over the course of this day in the life that's turned into a bit of a hefty Nando's refeed day. But like I said, that's meal 3 going in. A lot of work to do. We've got the last work block as well at the end of the day, responding to clients, responding to late check-ins, and just going through any queries and questions people may have. But then we chill out and get our refeed. So I'll see you then, guys. So we've got the starter to order. This is essentially what I've been told to eat by my coach, and it's been the same every single time we've had a refeed. Again, this is something that I am not used to. Last time I did a prep, I did 26 weeks without one single refeed. I'm not saying you should have a refeed. You only implement a refeed when necessary. This has worked very well. Every time I put a kilo on, I got fuller in the morning, training sessions are better, and then I drop 1.5 kilos or even 2 kilos before next check-in. So it's been very consistent. It's something that's worked very well. And Nando sits very, very well on my stomach. So to start, we're going to have halloumi sticks. So halloumi sticks, what are they classed as? Halloumi?
Yeah.
Halloumi sticks. Yeah. Wherever they're classed as, sticks. Good amount of fat, obviously it's cheese, with chili jam. This is your starter. I'm going to put the calories underneath here, whichever side it's on. And I'm going to total that for the full refeed that we're going to have. Obviously we're going to have Nando's, I'll do the main meal, and then obviously we're going for pancakes afterwards. Okay, so Pista Resistance, if you want to call it that. Boneless banquet, we've got chicken thighs, which let's be honest, they absolutely slap. Double fries, garlic bread, coleslaw. This is all mine, and I'm going to have to work very hard for it not to be all done in 30 seconds because my digestion will be absolutely fucked. But yeah, can't wait to get into it. So, she's looking a bit depressed because she can't partake in the refeed, unfortunately, because she's on a photo shoot prep. I'm not being tight, but her peak starts on Monday, so not yet. You've got to wait a little bit for this kind of food. Got a bit of a sweat on there, but that went way too easily. It's at that point of prep where you basically become an empty bin and you could just get as much food in as you wanted, but that's that boxed off. I'm going to have a little bit of a digestion walk now because health. And then we're on to, well, I'm on to, Lauren's going to photo shoot prep. I'm on to pancakes, which I can't wait for. I've had them in a very long time. So, last meal of the day, and it's fucking pancakes. I'm so excited, I can't even tell you. The missus has cooked this as well. She considers herself a little bit of a baker, so we'll do a taste test and we'll let her know. She's behind the camera. Hopefully it's good. I'll be fuming because I normally get them from a dessert place, so we'll see how she's done. Tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll go through some posing rounds and see how I look fuller, see how I look with some carbs in me, see how I look being able to actually contract the muscle while I'm posing because I was flat as fuck yesterday, or today, sorry. So let's do a taste test on these. Ice cream, get it on there. Oh, well. They are absolutely banging. They are banging. I'm signing out. Let's do some posing tomorrow. Hopefully this has gone straight to the biceps. Banging. Absolutely banging. There is literally zero chance. Dogs can't fucking eat that anyway, but even if he could, not happening. Not happening, mate.
This is the morning after the night before, or the day before, in terms of the big Nando's refeed. Much fuller, loads of energy. Digestion's in a decent place. There was a little bit of bloating this time, but posing felt absolutely fantastic compared to the day before. Energy levels were up, brain fog was down, and ready for the week ahead from a standpoint of training. Like I say, this is not a methodology I've ever used before, and it works just really, really well for me. I think there's something to be said with the reduction in stress through obviously just going out for some nice food, but also just filling up to go again for that week once you are hugely depleted and once your training performance has been affected, because it's been about 4 weeks since I had my last refeed and it was definitely needed. As I was starting to feel draggy, training sessions and performance started to come down no matter how hard I was trying to get into the sessions. So this will really push me forward in terms of progress. Again, it's not something I've ever utilised before, but it's worked really well. I've gone for a full 20-week prep without any refeeds, and I felt dog shit for most of it. So we will see where this lands us by show day, but I have no doubt that it will get me in the shape necessary to be competitive on the day, and I can't wait to see that. So enjoy the rest of the posing. I'm signing out, and I'll see you on episode 3 of the Prep Files.